Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Brian with Brian Hill Media, and we are here talking about the newly dropped trailer from Marvel Studios, the first official Fantastic Four trailer. And if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go check it out. It's everywhere. It's on YouTube, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook. So wherever you watch your trailers, go check it out and come back and watch my reaction, my thoughts on the video. So let's dig down into it. But first we do, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and share this with your friends as we all get very sweaty and nerdy about the upcoming Fantastic Four movie coming out in July. Now, to start off, I really love the scope and how this world looks. A period piece is very necessary right now, and the fact that they are the only heroes on this earth, I think would be a strength for this movie, not a weakness. I think in along with the 616, this being in its own universe and not having a Tony Stark, not having a Captain America, not having a Hulk or a Thor to come saving the day is going to cause the team to really band together to fight their villains of Silver Surfer and Galactus, as we saw in the trailer. And I think that is going to set us apart, as we know the Fantastic Four will be in Doomsday. So I think towards the end of this movie, I think we'll see an incursion. I wouldn't be surprised if a Doctor Strange showed up, maybe in a post-credit scene or just at the very end of the movie to help take them into wherever Doomsday or Battle World or whatever is taking place is going to show up. So we'll see where that goes. But next, their power sets. All their power sets look very good. Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, both of those look great. I'm excited to see more of those. But how Reed Richards, that first shot of we saw him of him as a building is collapsing, of him grabbing a pole and grabbing another piece and bringing them together. He's stressed out. That was cool. I think this is the best version of his power set that we've seen so far, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But I think the person who stole the show was the Thing, as we saw him running through pillars, for some reason, maybe taking down a building. But I think the most impressive feat was him literally pulling an entire cruise ship or cargo ship, it looked like, through the water, which I don't even know how he's even walking on the water to be able to pull the ship. But still, that in itself is a strong feat. So it will be very exciting to see all their power sets and how they are fully displayed to come together to defeat their villains. Next, we saw Julia Garner, sorry, as the Silver Surfer, and this definitely works for me. Hopefully we get to see more footage of her action sequences as there's more trailers to come, but as of right now, her Silver Surfer works, and I'll be interested to see not just in her action, but in her interactions with the Fantastic Four as Galactus is coming, as she is his herald, and how that dynamic plays out. Will she turn against Galactus? Will she try to help take them down? And will she go down and defeat with Galactus? I think that's for us to see, and we'll be interested to see how that plays out. And then at minimum, we know Franklin Richards. Not sure if Valeria will be born, but we know at a minimum Franklin Richards will be born. And we know a possible plot point I think that could come up is we know that Franklin and Galactus do become one entity at one point in time in the comic books. So it will be interesting to see that maybe as Galactus is coming to devour this world, he realizes that there's a omega level mutant or power source on this planet that would behoove him to consume or partner or just figure out something to do with. So it'll be interesting to see if that ends up being one of the major plot points, possibly in the third act, as maybe Galactus doesn't spare the universe, but maybe while he's contemplating it, that gives the Fantastic Four enough time to get away and defeat the villain. And I think lastly, I think this is going to be the best iteration. This is going to be the best iteration on screen of the Fantastic Four as a family unit. We see that they have a strong family dynamic in the beginning of the movie and the teaser trailers, and even in this, we see as Sue is pregnant, Johnny, gets up and wraps her and embraces her, and it seems like Reed is feeling like he's probably a little bit out of his league on this. But I think, especially compared to the two previous, and this movie is definitely going to be compared to the two previous iterations of the Fantastic Four team, I think this is going to be the best iteration of them as a familial unit. And again, I think that along with the scope of the world is going to make this a strength of the movie and not a weakness. So I'm interested to know y'all's thoughts and comments. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you might be looking forward to or what you saw in the trailer. And I won't forget, seeing Galactus walking down that street was pretty gnarly. So it'll be interesting to see when we actually get our first look at Ralph Ineson as Galactus, as they are going to actually have him actually in a suit, but not just all CGI work. So it'll be very interesting to see what Galactus looks like at scale and whether they're going to scale him up or down in this movie to make it work. So for now, go watch the trailer again. I've already watched it 3 times, and I will see y'all on the other side.